with Francis Pierre at the wheel. Politics to faith, the latest trend. We talk it out from end to end. When the clock hits 12, you know where to be. Turn it up, Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, the latest trend.
Welcome, brothers. Welcome, sisters. Welcome to our program. Today is the last day before the big celebration, Christmas celebration. The 25th, celebrating the birth of Christ, is a mix of religious observance. You have mass, service, religious activities, novenas, mixed with other traditions like decoration, exchanging gifts with families and friends, singing carol, Santa Claus, festival meals, party, etc. It is a joyous time. Sometimes the commercial houses have sometimes overplay the religious significance, but the commercial houses is good too. It helps to create that environment of Christmas, a good environment. You have some people, it commemorates Jesus' birth on the 25th of December. Some people say Jesus ain't born that time. That is the date the early Christian Jews. That is the date the early Christian Jews. The Bible didn't tell you what date. But some religious belief, particularly the older religion, they do not say sola scriptura. They say it's the Bible, the religious fathers, and the magisterium, not the Bible alone. The Bible was put together about 300 years after Christ. So the date they put is the 25th. It may not have been the 25th, but that is the date they choose. You have some people in grade that don't know when they're born. So yes, and you celebrate it. And it is celebrated by millions of people all over the world. It is a joyous time. It's a time for kindness, for gifts giving. It's a time to reach out to the poor and the underprivileged. You should reach out to them all the time, but you have your busy life. But when Christmas time comes, it jukes you, it reminds you to do good. So it's a good period. This is generally a peaceful period in areas dominated by people who celebrate Christmas. In some Muslim and Arab countries, they use that time to go and kill Christians. They don't believe in Jesus Christ. So the date is the 25th December. For those who do not believe that is the date they choose. The date not in the Bible. Remember, the Bible was written after Christ. It was compiled. It was put together by the Catholics after Christ. So that is the date they give us. And they do not believe in the Bible and the Bible alone. Sola scriptura. They believe in the Bible, the religious fathers, and the magisterium. Gift giving is a central practice, often involving Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, exchanging gifts with one another as an act of love. Your number little sweets and confectionaries. Sometimes when we finish with Christmas celebration, some of us end up in the hospital. We eat too much, we drink too much. Man have the tendency to do too much. So eat and consume in moderation, particularly those who have dietary problems. Remember, you're suffering from high blood pressure. Don't suspend your medication and eat one among the salted ham. You go dead. You end up in the hospital, you might get a stroke. Those of you who are diabetics, remember if you consume too much sugar, it could have adverse reaction. So be cognizant of that. And those of you who have people in your home suffering from diabetes, try not to eat too much sweet things in front of them. That's what the Bibles mean when they say, woe unto the man who hand his brother the bottle. You know the rum don't good for the man, don't give him. Don't drink it wrong him. So you might have to make a sacrifice. And that's what love is all about, sacrifice. You might have to make a sacrifice and don't drink rum in the presence of your brother. Because, you know, if you drink, you go drink too. And the rum no good for him. You have a lot of music, cars singing. And it's all about celebrating Jesus Christ. And it's worthy of celebration. That is the religion that have more empirical evidence than any other religion in the world. Christianity. If you go along the road and you're reaching a junction and you meet two people there, you don't know the area, it's a strange area. You meet a junction. There are more than one road there. And you meet two people there, one dead and one alive. Who are you going to ask for direction? We believe Jesus is alive. Krishna dead. Hindu God dead. Muslim Muhammad dead. It's only Jesus Christ that is alive. So his birth date is worthy of celebration. Yes, remember we are 91.9, 91.5. We on that's Real FM. And we on We Noise FM in New York, 94.9. And we encourage you to share our program, like our program, and subscribe. That is a good thing you could do for Real FM under some pressure. So what you could do is to share our program, like our program, and subscribe. That will help us to stay alive immensely. Tell people about Real FM, share them, encourage people to listen to the programs. And you don't have to agree with me. You could always call the program and disagree. So Christmas celebration. Sometimes people say Christ was born at that time. I'm not wasting no time to argue with you. That is the time they choose. Based upon the Bible, the magisterium, and the religious fathers, they say the 25th of December is the time, or nearest to the time. We're celebrating that time. So you can pick up the telephone and call me. The number to call is 442-0175. It's a good time to put some emphasis on our children, our family, our home. Christmas time is a family time. People are encouraged to spend time with your family. Give gifts. But also change your attitude. Be a little bit more kind, more understanding, more forgiving. Yes, scholar, more generous. Be a little bit more kind. Yes, Mr. Pierre, good morning. Yes, my brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah, this morning I want to give the Christmas present and the pension. Now, in 1980, pension was suspended.
1983.
Okay, it was suspended in 1983, but since 1980 they talk about suspending it, but it really be coming to be in 1983. And so from 1983 to 2022, according to NBC, all the people didn't getting better. And all the people before that, they out of the government, okay? Because all of them was all kind of things. So from 1980 to 1922, all these people out and who they wasn't getting anything, okay? They met. So if how come this people get pension? Huh? How come? And it wasn't paid pension. NDC only paid 500 people they added onto the list. That's all. And then KJ only talking about Christian. You don't go to a new church. Christ used to attend a synagogue every Sabbath day and preach and teach. He makes sure you go in there and heal. You cannot be a Christian and don't have a religion. It doesn't work so. You have to take the blood of Christ. Christ said, if you don't eat and drink my blood, you're not in me. So I wanted to tell KJ this thing for me, please. Thank you. Have a happy Christmas, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, Scholar, thank you. April 4th, 1983. And then when the matter went to court the first time, the court declared that it took effect. I think it's in February 1985, because that is the time it was placed on it was gazetted. Yes, Scholar, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, my brother.
I wanted to call, but I decided I calling again because you might want to hand over the program to KJ and them again. But afterwards, I changed my mind and said, let me call and see what you're going to do. Early on, somebody mentioned about the children. Yeah, and even last night I was thinking about it. The issue with you giving the children right to make decisions from 12 years, you said? 12, 13?
Yes,
they have a right to make
12
decisions.
Years, 12 years.
Hey? Yes, they have a right to make decisions on their own, putting into their sexuality, and so forth. I don't have the real essence of it, but in any case, I would have given what I know here. That's what I understood. But then I understand this morning the policeman was saying, careful with the children, how you're selling the alcohol. Don't sell alcohol to the children. So what do you leave me to believe then? If you tell me, don't sell alcohol to them, but they could go out and use their body however they want, and have no say over it. Can you explain that to me, please? Thank you.
And first of all, it's not the law. That has not been made into law. So the police is correct. The police is very correct at this point in time, encouraging people not to sell alcohol. I will go further than the police. The adults must not encourage children to consume alcohol. Children, don't encourage them to consume. So this is not about not selling now. That is bigger than not selling. We want our children to be children. We want to take care of them. And you don't want them to do wrong things. Adults must not encourage children to do anything wrong. The police perhaps have not gone far enough. And I know the police like to stick with the law. But generally, we as adults is responsible for the bad behavior of children. When I see a community that is prone to violence or seems to have chronic violent action, or they have greater regularity of violence in that community, I look at the elders. I say the elders is responsible. If I see a school with chronic ill-discipline problem, I blame the principal. The principal of the school done good. Let me repeat that. Every school going to have this ill-discipline problem. Every school. Nobody is perfect. But if you could single out a school that have chronic ill-discipline problem, change the damn principal. The principal done good. And I will add further. Any school that have 5 good teachers supporting the principal, that school would not have much chronic ill-discipline problem. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller.
Good afternoon. Happy Christmas Eve.
Thank you, man.
Mr. Pierre, I want to congratulate you for correcting this to the last caller. That is not a law. That is just a proposal. That is not a law. Anyhow, that's good of you. First of all, congratulate you for something good.
But that means we're working on it, we're coming to come.
Yeah,
We improving. Let's go.
Correct somebody. Mr. Pierre, I listen to Ms. Pierre talking about we shot at nurses, we shot at doctors, and all this thing. Mr. Pierre, this woman spent 10 years inside there without no position. And today, she come and talk about shotties and nurses. Mr. Pierre,
What she's saying was wrong. Caller. What? Caller. What? Well, but I don't want you. Come on. What she's saying was wrong. What she's saying was wrong.
We shot at nurses, we shot at doctors. What she want there? For 10 years without no position, and she come and say today, yes, why she didn't increase the nurses and doctors and them? Instead, what she do? She closed down the nursing school. So right now,
when they close up, caller, you can't just say make that statement solo. Caller, we want our people to be informed. When you say they close down the nursing school, why? What was put in place?
Nothing.
Did the nursing Did the nursing program move to the St. George's University?
Yeah, move.
Did they start to send? Did they accept?
Anybody want to go and do nursing in the St. George's University, they could go. They're not government program. Right now, government proposal is for 30 doctors to appear. 30 persons to go on to do doctors in the university. They have to get nurses from Ghana. And
Caller, the government don't have to get nurses from Ghana. Caller, you're speaking to a man who's been in the public service all my life.
Well, I never worked in public service.
Well, yes, so you're speaking to somebody with some measure of authority on this subject matter.
Mr. Pierre, I wasn't in the public service, but I'm following current affairs. Mr. Pierre, right now, they expect some 20-something nurses from Ghana to come and serve the people again. All these years, for 10 years, they are doing nothing more than collect tax and every day. And coming and tell people now they have $500 million. So I any more this thing over here. You have $500 million. You don't train the nurses, you don't train the doctors, but you have 500. Why you watching? You like to speak money? So I congratulate you on this comment for coming and use the money to pay the teachers and them doctors. Mr. Pierre, they have $500 million there now. They still come back and take out all the money from them teachers and them. And you tell me they like to pay. They have $500 million them, Mr. Pierre. The cooks and them in the school system. They pay them $700 and they have $500 million. What do you have there for? You want to go with it or Mr. Pierre, the money is on them, Mr. Pierre.
Caller. The Imani program is the best program that has been instituted in Grenada in the last 100 years.
Well, it could be the best.
Well, I'm telling you, and the NDC have always been hostile towards that program. So if they cannot do better, they have to shut them out on Imani.
They have to shut them out.
Yes, the NDC have to shut them out on Imani.
They go shut them out and increase the salary to $1,200.
Caller, that is not true. That is not true. All right, thank you. I want you to. I think you're good for the political platform, because you have to throw a shot at Emmeline Pierre and say she's wicked. And if I ask you to give me three, next time you call, you must give me 3 wicked things Emmeline Pierre did. In that way, you could back up your statement. She's a politician, and she had to prepare to take some blows. So I'm not shielding her from blows. But as you talk about the Imani program is the best program that have been instituted in Grenada in the last 100 years. It provides a second chance for young people to be more competitive in the marketplace. It provides an opportunity for people to further their studies. It provides money for people to live. And it provided a medium for people to get job experience. I was extremely disappointed with the NDC, the trade union, and others who attack that program. And I believe more countries in the Caribbean should institute programs like that. It prevented social decadence. It prevented prostitution. It prevented gambling and crime. And when the NDC fight to dismantle the program, if you remember, in 2008, 2013, they promised to raise the pay of these people. After election, they had a meeting with them. They said, we love you as we love our children. And then they fired them. And I have interviewed about 50 Imanis. About 7 of them on radio. So the NDC have always hated the program because the idea didn't come from them. And they have always been struggling to dismantle it. Every time they come in government, they go after the programs that was instituted to provide a second chance for the most vulnerable in our country. That is why I call NDC a disease, a recurring disease. Every time they come in power, they're worse. And this time is the worst version of NDC. I believe they have been led by evil. More and more, I'm convinced Deacon Mitchell is evil. And I am concerned that a number of people is letting evil grow in our country. We're going to take decades to dismantle the consequences of Deacon. I don't know how you could have a prime minister, and it's the first time I heard that in the Caribbean, that dabble in their cult, that tell lies every opportunity you get, that had to be chastised quite in Nigeria for sneaking in the country. This prime minister in Antigua was pissed off with him for statement he made. Went in the United Nations and deceived the children of Christophe. And he told lies to the Imani, the workers on contract, almost every sector of the country. The prime minister have been accused very early for accepting expensive gifts. When a politician is being accused for accepting expensive gifts, that politician either give information or you investigate him. That is bribery. Yes, caller, welcome.
I realize you're very consistent with your inconsistencies about our Prime Minister.
Did the Prime Minister accept an expensive gift from St. Patrick's? Did he accept a gift of 1,000 cricket kits from Dangote? Did the Prime Minister go in Nigeria and had to be chastised publicly by the governor of Lagos State? Answer these questions. Did he?
The Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou and Pidi Matnik, Deacon Mitchell, have shown tremendous vision and an insight.
Give us three, KG, give us 3 insights the public want to know. Give us 3 things that Deacon Mitchell initiated in Grenada that was creative and original. 3.
Mister, I'll tell you something. There's a lot of questions that being asked. And there's a lot of inconsistencies in your innuendos.
And one of the ways you could address that is by providing information. Once you don't,
the information.
right? So give us three.
So let me give you the information.
Yeah.
He did say they will revamp the education system in Grenada.
I'm talking about things he do, not what he say. Word mouth open, word jump out.
Mr. Government is a continuum.
What that mean?
You don't just.
I tell you, if you was in class, I'm flogging you for not listening.
The process to have to do those things in a systematic manner.
I've always encouraged my students that I teach. Listen. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen, and then pause and answer. Answer the question I'm asking you.
Mr. Pierre, there's one fundamental thing that I realized. Even yesterday, when you deviated from the point that I was making, even in terms of from a religious point of view, you seem to be lacking in that area a lot.
Right,
There's a lot of things you're lacking.
So tell me.
For example, I was telling you yesterday, right? Even
you're hiding and go back yesterday.
Never had a religion. And you
forget about religion. Let's speak about Deacon. You say Deacon is this visionary. Give me 3 things that he has initiated since he come in the country. 3.
He recently, right, and that is a fact. Within the creative itself is a project within a project. The amount of things and the amount of people that got help from the creative is astronomical.
Give me 3.
Studios,
KJ, give me
Pierre,
3
you
things.
know that you are inconsistent with what you're saying about the Prime Minister.
KJ gave me 3 things. I said the Prime Minister lying more when horse trotting.
But I cannot, you're not proving that. And you have no evidence to prove that.
Right,
That's just innuendos.
Okay, caller.
You cannot prove that.
KJ, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask callers to call me and give me 3 lies the Prime Minister tell. But I'll give you 1 before you go.
Well, they're going to just tell you things that what songs as lie and what you will say is a lie. But we all know it's not lies.
You head hard like Google on me.
No, you see that I'm not a palatable person.
You're not palatable.
I'm not a very palatable person.
Right.
Because what you're saying are very inconsistent. Okay. You cannot prove to me the Prime Minister lying.
Okay, my brother.
You
Thank you. Yeah, the best, I say to a number of my brothers in the National Democratic Congress, the best way to defend Deacon is to provide information. If people are constantly accusing the Prime Minister of doing something, we say the Prime Minister took expensive gift. The Prime Minister have to come on the public and say, no, I did not accept any gift from Dangote, 1,000 cricket kits. I did not accept a gift in excess of 35,000 US from St. Patrick's. No, I did not do that. But if the Prime Minister don't say nothing, and we continue to ask, then we start to believe the Prime Minister is guilty as charged. So we say in our opinion, the Prime Minister is guilty as charged. The Prime Minister opened his mouth. A big man like the Prime Minister. And when I say big, I don't mean in height and size. I mean in his academic acumen. He's a lawyer. And said, if the Caribbean leaders don't settle this issue about Liat by December, he go buy 2 planes and rent 2 planes. I see why the Prime Minister is more stupid than I thought. And then the Prime Minister come back and say, well, you can't buy 2 planes because you have to get license and insurance. You have to get license for a bike. A big man like the Prime Minister don't know that. The Prime Minister went in an alien country and he said we campaign on a policy of transformation. But it is not so much transformation. It is restorative justice. It meant that the Prime Minister was misleading and he was very malicious and deliberate. And he knew he was lying to the public. When he told the public it was transformation, the Prime Minister knew he was lying and deceiving them. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Happy holiday to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Pierre, I'll question you put are you placed to KJ.
But sometimes you could help him, you could give me 3 lies the Prime Minister tell.
Right?
That is one of the ways of helping him,
The
KJ
stroke
need help.
The stroke of a pen.
Yes, 1.
The nurses and the money and them will be prominent.
2.
And what do you know? He's the father of lie.
Well, that's compound the 2. But it doesn't really... When he went on the political platform and the Prime Minister said it was transformation, the Prime Minister lied.
Always lying.
The Prime Minister knew it was restorative justice.
And Mr. Pierre, don't follow KJ.
No.
Because if you follow
No.
KJ,
We need, you see...
KJ like to argue.
Yes, but you see...
KJ don't giving you a chance to speak.
Yes, but...
KJ feel he controlling your
No, sister.
It's time for you to get rid
No. When I get rid of him, where we go put him? We will kill him? Caller. This is not a word get rid of. In Grenada, we
when
have
I
to...
say get rid of I don't mean to destroy
when Bishop said...
from your program.
Bishop jailed 3,000 Grenadians that disagree with him.
I know that.
We must have tolerance for the people who disagree with us.
No, but KJ doing a little
No, caller. When KJ can answer the question, call and answer for you. And that is enough.
People, through the sake of KJ,
Caller. These people wrong. Caller. The program is set to exchange ideas
but
and to tolerate. Okay, thank you, caller.
He's fighting.
Thank you, caller.
Get rid of him and say.
Thank you, caller.
Right.
This is what is going to kill Grenadians. You see, this word about get rid of people because you disagree with them. You want to jail people like Maurice Bishop? Maurice Bishop jail people, he castrate people, he walk on the back. They walk on the back of women. They treated them Rastas so bad. Up to now, the Rastas shame to speak about the treatment that they got. In Cuba, thousands of people is in jail because they disagree with Castro. Venezuela, 8 million Venezuela run from Maduro and Chavez. In addition to that, thousands in prison. 47,000 Venezuelans in Trinidad. These communist countries, they don't tolerate people who disagree with them. And we in Grenada, we have the same attitude. Deacon Mitchell said, don't help NNP. He said the only reason NNP getting help because he don't know who the real NDC is. Caller, 22 farmers in Maryville, they cut off their water because one of the farmers, they say turn green. Caller, the government of Grenada started a toilet and bath for Emma from Ticolo. Oma, they used to call Oma Miss NDC. At first she yellow and she mouth loud about NDC. So after they started the bathroom and toilet, and Oma live on a gradient maybe about 35, 45 degrees, and the toilet was above the house. When they started it, the neighbors must tell them that Oma turned. You know what NDC did? They leave the hole there and they don't come back. So the hole fill up with water. And Oma start to boil now because mosquito killing her. Oma went to the guys in the community and asked them to cover back the hole. They came. But I said to her, the dust that they take from the where they dig the hole for the foundation, it go under the house. And if they dig on top, they go undermine the toilet. So, Oma get trapped. Where she have to pass to go in the toilet, there is a stone. She fall on it. And Oma is over 70 years. She have some weight. and she walking with a stick. Caller, I want them people in the diaspora. And when I speak, I dare you. I dare you to take me on. I want them people in this diaspora to understand what is going on in Grenada. The vindictiveness of Deacon Mitchell. The culture that is propagating that some Grenadians better than others. And if you're not yellow, crap will smoke your pipe without tobacco. Remember, Oma went to Tillman Thomas. They used to call her Miss NDC. So all the NDC, Hefe Noah, culture man, you must know her too. They used to call her Miss NDC. She go to Tillman Thomas, and Tillman Thomas tell her he can't help her. Now, if we continue like that, and if we continue with this level of intolerance that we have, that we don't even want to listen to people who differ with us, what will happen to this country? You see, I was in town during the revolution. Maurice Bishop say, if you say they say, he locking up they. Everybody afraid to squeak. When a man tell you something, he moving away from you fast. A lot of my schoolmates went to jail. Some people praying for the children. When the children leave in the morning, they praying, they come back home. What happened? There was massive brain drain in Grenada. Productivity dropped to astronomical level. And then they start to fight among themselves. Look at the manner in which they executed Jacqueline Craft. She holds she belly and she show them she pregnant like what a monkey does do. The hunters, some hunters, does not shoot the monkey when the monkey show them the young one. But in Grenada, they executed them. They had to take spade to pick up flesh. They burn the body. You have one man, they say, take long to burn. And then they bury it. They cut out the ring in the bishop's finger. Because they say he must trick with the ring. We have to be more tolerant as a people. We can't be using these words that get rid of them and let them starve. No. They are brothers and sisters. They differ politically. So we have to engage them and show justification. That is why when I speak, I challenge and I dare. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, to Casey. Casey, I hear you like to speak of Bible. No.
You're fading. You either bring the phone closer to your mouth or something.
Yeah. Hello? You hear me better now?
Yeah, stay up there.
Right. Yes. Go to Proverbs chapter 6. Reading from 16 tells you 6 things the Lord hates. Say yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speak lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. KJ, study the scriptures properly. Study them. Go to Ezekiel chapter 3 and read and study it and tell me if you believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, why would you be supporting such a wicked man as this Prime Minister in Grenada? A man who practices witchcraft, the worst thing in witchcraft, practicing seance. A man who wants to destroy little children like in the Islamic country, little 12-year-old children. A man who deceiving workers.
lie for them and tell them by the stroke of a pen, you're going to make them prominent. KJ, who is the God you're serving? Is it the creator of heaven or not? Or the God of this world? That is Satan. Let us know. We're going to have a next round. Thank you, sir.
Yes, scholar, thank you. Yes, the number to call is 4420175, and we always encourage people to hold discussion. Sometimes somebody might say something that you don't agree with. Say what is right. Come up with points, justification, reasons on the table. Don't hide, don't back down from conversation. You have a Vinci song, I think, don't back down. I like it, but I can't remember it. We must able to advance arguments. And that is when we're dealing with NDC, we always say to them, avoid the personal attacks. Look at the message, not the messenger. Deacon Mitchell frayed the press. He frayed the press. The previous government had a press conference after every cabinet meeting. The cabinet meeting took place on Monday. I believe the press conference was on Tuesday or another day immediately. That was good. Interact with the press. Because if you're not providing information for us, rumors and speculation going to run wild. And Deacon, you cannot stop us on social media. Trust me. You can't stop us. Remember, United States and Donald Trump don't afraid the press, you know. He bring up BBC, doing all kind of thing. But every day, Donald Trump on the press. We ask questions. If something happen, we don't know if it's the truth. We hear you get gift, we ask you. That is a serious accusation for the Prime Minister and his team to be accepting expensive gifts. The gift you accept from Dangote, the 1,000 cricket kits, that had to be surrendered to the Integrity Commission. You say you give St. David's. We criticize you so much, you take it and make poly tests among your party. It's still unacceptable. Use the Prime Minister of the country. Look at what you do with the Grenada Development Bank and the National Lottery and Gravel and Concrete. What's about the $50 million you had for 50 years of independence? What you do with the $118 million you get as a result of the Hurricane Beryl? You take back the keys. Oh, God. That one is hard. That one is tough. How you go and take back the keys? They give them the keys already. And you use the very minister and know she must be feeling embarrassed and shame. How you could do that? I think if guy talk about Proverbs, that is evil, Deacon. That is evil. The people around you, maybe they want to practice good relationship. Because you believe in paying for good relationship. Deacon, if you believe in that, that is bribery. Somebody have to tell you that. And maybe if you cannot get it from intellectual friends, you could get it in the wrong shop. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, caller, welcome.
And compliments for the season. I have to ask you that question. Mr. Pierre, yesterday you said that when you finish today, you're going in the rum shop. When you go in the rum shop, you don't drink? You drink rum?
What people going in the rum shop for?
Well, and how you advising persons not to drink rum? How you are in the program with your persons
so
to drink rum?
You don't see among the people eating too much food? You don't see how they beat like whale? Sometimes when I see some men, I want to cry, you know. Young men, 20, 30 years. Huh?
You want to cry for men? I want to cry for women?
No, I don't, when you see some men, they belly big, they bam pushing out. They're eating too much food. And wrong food, macaroni and rice and chicken and bread. Not fig and blogo and peas and beans and carrot and etc. Even farmers.
Mr. Pierre, I want to address this one to KJ. Because
leave KJ alone and address.
No, Mr. Pierre, hold on.
Watch me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Listen
to me a while.
Okay, I'll leave him, but I want to address this one for him. So
listen to me a while. Listen to me a while. Listen to me a while.
With you. Yes, let me listen to you. I don't want to be
concentrate on the message and not the messenger.
The messenger, yes, I know that. But Mr. Pierre, I want him, you've been asking him, giving him some questions and he's not answering. So I want him to speak on that one for me, what I'm going to tell you about. As far as I know, possession of marijuana is still on the books in Grenada as an offense, as a crime. Possession. Now, I want to hear from KG what he would say where the Prime Minister was seen holding a marijuana tree. Holding it means that he's in possession of it. He holds it. I want to hear KG on that one, Mr. P. Because this one is very, very serious. And you're hearing our young people now. When you see a young guy smoking, Mr. P, and you talk to them about it, they say, hey, Miss, if the Prime Minister could hold marijuana tree, what you want me to do?
If the priest could play, who is me?
Thank you. So I want to hear what KJ have to say on that, Mr. P.
KJ, call back and answer.
Right. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Mr. P. Okay.
The Prime Minister of Grenada incited violence. The Prime Minister consumed weed. He didn't only hold it, he consumed it, he was playing with it, he was using it for social media posts. He was smelling it. He was doing it in front of the police. And I understand the home he was in is also a suspect of the police. What the Prime Minister did is illegal. It's wrong. He is the Prime Minister, the first among equal. And I had to call 3 of my young friends and ask them to delete their posts on Facebook because I saw them mixing weed. And I gave them the name of 3 people to call. I said, if you don't believe me, they tell me the Prime Minister illegal. I gave them an individual that used to be on radio with me, an ex-police. I gave them a policeman in CID and a lawyer. I said, call these 3 names. Quote me, Francis Pierre. But they did remove the post, the weed. I don't know if they called the people, but they did remove it. The Attorney General was jumping up in the air in passa fashion, saying, shoot Babylon, bow. Babylon represent the police. And then we had our little brother Tevin Hammonds jumping up in the body, never see, come see, saying he cost police. I've never heard stupid things in my life. And beating his chest, boasting that it cost the police. These are members of the party. You know. Then you had another one, our sister Shirin, want to outdo all of them. And then we had the next one talking about lunatics and idiots. And then we had Mr. Andrew firing. He said, only one man. The man turned yellow, he fired 22 people because one man turned green. One man had to fade from yellow to green. So these things that we can encourage that. You see, in each instance, we could have said they make a mistake if they had apologized and corrected. But it seems it's part of the policy. Yes, Colonel, tell us.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, Colonel.
Babylon is not the police. Babylon in the Bible is a city. A Babylonian. That is not the police.
Colonel.
I listened to somebody say just now that they can lie. Can you believe that your listeners and them, they don't know a lie, a promise?
When you tell us a promise, it's a comfort to a fool. So, but Color, between me and you. Between me and you. Hold on. Between me and you. You don't have no police that is a friend.
I have a lot of police.
Watch me. Ask him and watch him in the eyes when you tell him. Ask him when the minister was jumping up in the air and firing imaginary gun and saying, shoot Babylon. Ask him who he believes she was talking to.
Babylon is a city.
Ask him. Perception is reality, Kennedy Boot. He doesn't listen to the great Kennedy Boodlal. He doesn't listen to the great Kennedy Boodlal.
Babylon city. Babylon is a city. Babylon is no police.
All right. You must listen to the great Kennedy Boodlal. Where politics is concerned. he say perception sometimes is reality in politics. So when the Attorney General was behaving like that, she was sending a message to those on the fringe of the law to disrespect the police. And a little while after, you had a gentleman in St. Patrick's. I don't know if he completely Catholic. You know, we have a term used to say he ain't so Catholic. That was firing a gun, but I understand he don't even know about the gun. That's why the gun didn't go off in the tongue. Shoot Babylon, bow. You don't expect that kind of uncourtly or unprincipled behavior from your Attorney General. In any decent country, she should be removed as the Attorney General. I'm not saying remove her from the government because she don't have sense. And she's supposed to have had more political sense than Deacon Mitchell because she was involved in politics before Deacon. So that behavior is uncouth, is unacceptable, you know. And she said she was an authentic tongue girl. No authentic tongue girl behave like that. When you go in Jamaica, according to the area you go, they don't even playing this music on them. Like passa music. So yes, it's a good period of time to, that was the last caller. And so KJ, you didn't get an opportunity to call back, but when we come back, we ask a lot of questions, KJ, and we want you to be more focused when you come back. Come back with answers. Because I think nothing Deacon need more than somebody to give justification and reason for this government action. Remember, we have accused the government of lying. We say lying more than when horse threatened. And he has told lies to every sector. We accuse him of being a vulture, poor people terrorist, of sneaking in Nigeria and flaunting the laws in the Grenada Development Bank, raiding the bank, find the whistleblower to wit Lacrette. And the Prime Minister consume weed in the public and incite people to use obscene language. And this is unacceptable. The Prime Minister is diluting the significance of the office. And we have called on people close to him, nudge him, tell him that is bad behavior. We have called on Richard Duncan in particular. Richard Duncan wield a lot of power with this government. And I don't believe you should get corrupt, Richard Duncan. You have advocated to walk the straight and narrow. But tomorrow is Christmas celebration. Very important day we celebrate the birth of Christ. And unlike other religious gods or figures or messiahs that people support, Jesus Christ seemed to be a softer person, a forgiving person. 70 times 7, forgive. Honor your mother and your father. Look out for the widows and orphans. They used to treat widows very badly. Widows in Grenada are not treated so badly now. But orphans, look out for them. Encourage people to give alms, to make sacrifice, even to deny yourself so you could help others. And Christmas is a good time. So yes, all the angels in heaven dancing and playing trumpet. So we in Grenada, we dancing, we drinking, and we whining. But we must not go overboard. We must share. When I pass around, give me a little rum. Give me a little drink. Give me a little meat. I won't eat too much, but give me a little thing. And we need to be of good share. I want to encourage mothers in Grenada in particular. Every time I speak about parents, I jump to women. Why? 60% of our women leads the house. In the majority of instances where the man leaves the house, if the man don't agree with the woman, hell rule. Women, you have to encourage your sons to do better. Your son's not doing well. They're using obscenities. They're not going to church. They following Deacon Mitchell and they cussing your mother bamboo nut. That is not good. We must be proud of our sons. And even if you support your son in difficulties, like paying the lawyer for him, your son must know that you don't support wrong things. So I want to encourage women, go in the mirror, watch the mirror, and ask the mirror if my son is conducting himself and behaving well. Ask the mirror that. These boys are behaving badly. They're dressing badly. Pants falling down. Holding up scotch. Foot open wide. They're 25, 30 years. Some of them don't even have a girlfriend yet. They don't even make a child. They don't have a dog. They don't have a cat. And they're cussing wind. And they're cussing your mother bamboo nut. Encourage your boys to go to church. If the boys go to church, when the males go to church, there is an 80% chance that the whole family go. Let me repeat that. If the males go to church, there is an 80% chance that the whole family go. If the women go to church, there is a 30% chance. And if the children go to church, there's just a 10% chance that they could convince the family to go. I met a group of young men and I challenged them. I say, you all behaving very badly. You all cussing all your mother bamboo nut in front of your mother. That is not good. I said, observe any community where the boys are not going to church. Where the boys are going to church, you would not hear them cussing all this bamboo nut. They might cuss a bamboo leaf, but not all this bamboo nut. Where the boys are going to church, you would not see them consuming all this alcohol. They will consume alcohol, but not like all you. Where they're going to church, you would not see them gambling like that. That doesn't mean they won't play a lotto, but they're not gambling like you are. They would not be in these fights as you are in. These petty thieves and cussing police, they would not be in it. And any community, the girls would not be marking up their bodies if they go into church regular. So the church is an important part of the community to help us to behave like human beings and be more respectful and not to follow this present government. They have a little evil in them. They're behaving badly. The answer, women of Grenada, is to encourage your males to go to church. And your man too. If your man not going to church, start a plant. You go for 6 months. After 6 months, you go see your man changing. Plant little flowers around the house. You get romantic. And try not to be too rambunctious and riotous. And you might end up with a good man and some good, decent children and some boys you are proud of. Otherwise, ma'am, your son will go in jail. Simple. Remember that. More and more your boys are disrespectful, bad behave, and ending up in problem, more likely they go in jail. You don't have money to bribe lawyers. Not bribe. To pay lawyers to send them in jail. Because these lawyers are taking your money and they're telling the magistrate to jail them. And we have a magistrate judge 1,000 years. When a man go in front of her, is a good chance she jail him for over 25 to 30 years. So I plead with you, now is the correct time, Christmas time, to go in front of the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Is my son going in the right direction? We're back with you again in January. We're back with you again, God's will, in January for the program On Target. Happy Christmas. Thank you very much.
When the clock hits 12, you know where to be. Turn it up, Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, talking change, talking all that's real. with Francis